welcome to Grand Rapids Houseman Field, where this afternoon or this evening, whichever the case may be, it's the Grand Rapids Crush at home to the Bay City Brahmas. Grand Rapids coming into this game with a 3-0 record. Bay City coming in here with a 2-1 record so far. Joining me on the telecast tonight, I'm Tom Gilbert with Tony Costello and Joe Costello, the Lansing Crusader football coach. And Joe, this promises to be an interesting ball game for both teams.
Well, it's the real first test for Grand Rapids. They played three pretty weak teams, and Bay City normally plays pretty good defense, so I think they'll test them a little bit today.
They're talking about the Grand Rapids defense, where they only gave up 7 points so far, and that came against their second string defense on a flea flicker. Smith will kick off for Grand Rapids. Bay City Brahmas will have the football first as we get this one underway. The last time we've seen the Bay City Brahmas was in the playoffs a year ago, and the infamous touchdown and 2-point conversion with 10 seconds to go, leading to an upset.
Yeah, let's not talk too much about that.
Going back deep for Bay City to receive is number 20, Jeff Ford. He is in the end zone to wait for Smith's kickoff.
You know, Tom, looking over at Bay City's bench, it looks like they've only got 12 people on the sideline. With 11, that makes 23 people. They're short tonight.
And Grand Rapids had an offense that scored 88 points coming into this one. As Smith kicks off, it's a high floating kick. It's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. And the guy gets out to the 20-yard line, and 21 for Grand Rapids put a nice hit on him, Ricky Hall. And the Bay City Brahmas will take over the football right there at the 20-yard line as we get this game underway.
Yeah, Garrett Andreen, number 56, put the first hit on. He slowed him up. Now, when I talked to Scott Sullivan from Grand Rapids, he's telling me that they're going to be playing a 4-man line, which is, if that's true, and it looks like it is, they're the only other team besides us that play a 4 in the league.
Who's the starting quarterback down there for Bay City as we get it going? And it's
Pete Gillis.
Pete Gillis. And Gillis is rolling to his right, getting the pass away, and it's caught on the far side, short of a first down. The catch made by Chuck Gordon, wide receiver, 5'10", 170 pounds.
What kind of pattern do you run, Tony?
Just ran sort of a short out, and he gave him a lot of cushion.
It looked like the tight end cleared it out over there.
Pickup of 8, it's 2nd down and 2, just short of the 30-yard line. Gordon comes out to the left. There's another receiver out to the right. Running backs in an I formation behind Gillis, and Gillis will run it right up the gut and get nothing. Maybe a yard. That's putting it nicely.
Looks Pienta, number 77's on the bottom, and Miller's on the top. Tony, did you notice the lineup for Grand Rapids? It's not a normal 4-3. They got the both outside linebackers. One of them's way inside their tackle. Watch it.
A pickup of a first down. Gordon goes out to the left side. Out to the right, I believe, is Scott Merritt. Gillis again wants to pass. Threw it in a double coverage, and the pass was almost picked off. It was triple coverage. The intended receiver was 88, Gary Nietzwiski, a tight end, 6'2", 240 pounds. But there were 3 Grand Rapids Crush players right on top of him as soon as the ball arrived.
Yeah, he picked the wrong receiver. 10 was open on the out again.
That would have been Gordon. 2nd and 10 for the Brahmas.
It's pretty much what we expected. Bay City's a rollout type team. And it gives the 4 a little bit of problems on the rollout. They have to bring the linebackers up a little bit.
Running backs out of a pro set. Some movement along the offensive line area. Pass down the sideline. It's going to be picked off.
Number 1.
Kevin Grady. But there's a flag down on the play. And you said Grand Rapids was offside, and I believe that's going to come back and set up a 2nd and 5 situation.
Is that what you saw?
Sullivan did the smart thing, knowing that Grand Rapids was offside, just heaving it down the field, trying to make something happen.
Good play, yeah. That was nice. It was a terrible pass, but he did throw it downfield at least. Too many times you see him throw him little dump passes, you already got a free 5 yards.
It's a nice field for football. It's an AstroTurf field, the only AstroTurf field in the Michigan Amateur Football League. That thing is soft as silk, but I don't know if I'd want to play on it.
Oh yeah, you do. It's real fast. If you got speed, teams really like it.
Here's the ground game for Ford, and Ford is cut down back behind the line of scrimmage. Dick Horning, it was Ricky Hall, number 21 for Grand Rapids, who came up and made the trip up. A loss of a couple back to the 35-yard line, rather. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 7 situation for the Brahmas.
Yeah, I like what linebacker out here, 42 or 59, I forget which one. He just went in, took both blockers out. He submarined both blockers, and then 21 just came up. 21's playing the corner. Yeah, it was 42. Nice play on his part.
Gillis with a lot of time. Pass that across the middle, and it's caught by Niedzwicki. That would be a 1st down at the 50-yard line.
That flags.
That didn't look pretty, but it got there.
That's the same pass that hurts us all the time. He comes in behind you. And the linebackers, if they're not awake, or the backs that get caught flowing away from him, Tom, and it's wide there.
It's 1st down just short of the 50-yard line. It's still in Bay City territory, but Bay City looking mighty impressive so far.
Tony, does it look like they're giving too much cushion in the backfield?
They're giving a little cushion, but right now it just looks like they're splitting the seams.
Looked like a broken play, and the draw play was broken even further by the middle of that defensive line. 42 is one of them. Not Roger Barris, but Mike Hoving, number 42 for Grand Rapids.
Piana and number 76, other big lineman, Reggie Walton. They make nice penetration, real nice on defense. Piana's out of the game now. I wonder if he got hurt. He's limping around on the sideline.
This Grand Rapids team certainly has a lot more players on the sideline than Bay City does, and yet some of their guys are over in Belding taking part in the basketball tournament out that way. Gillis, back to pass.
He's there.
Nice catch, and nice broken tackle
Grady, Kevin Grady.
by Grady.
He's Niedzwicki again. I'm going to have to start paying attention to him. I think he's coming in behind everybody again. You see where he came from, Tony? No?
He'll set up a 3rd and 2. I thought that was going to be very close to a 1st down.
This will be interesting. Doesn't look like they can do much run-wise against Grand Rapids. We'll see if they can get it here. Blitz, straight ahead.
Right up the middle.
Nice, got it easy.
Looked like Ed Greenhoe, the fullback, who carried it straight up the middle and got that 1st down.
Is that number 52?
I thought it was, but I don't see a 52 on the Bay City sideline here.
What's his name? Kurt Maynard? What numbers do you normally wear? Oh, is he?
Well, they got him listed here. It's number 56. Grand Rapids tried showing blitz, and Ford carries and breaks it outside, and he got a couple of yards on that.
Yeah, they got
and
him.
a late hit along the sidelines. It's a pick 'em as to who that flag's going to be on, but I suspect it's a Grand Rapids Crush player getting called for a late hit.
It's on this wiki. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you, Tony?
Well, Bay City's right side split end jumped first, and then Grand Rapids reacted. That's at least what I saw.
I'm talking about the play at the end. I think they're going to call late hit on his wiki over there.
I'm not sure if it was or not. It's hard to see the sideline from this view. Right over there, it's sort of faded.
I'll wait for the call. And they went past 5.
It's against Bay City, and that's a dead ball foul. And
Yeah.
what it comes down to is they lost the play on top of that.
Scott Sullivan was in good position there at outside linebacker. Didn't make the tackle, but he had nowhere to go.
Jim Hayes is the referee. Chuck Cobbs is the field judge. Paul Fox, the linesman. Greg Shook, the back judge. And Lyle Shook, the umpire, working this game this evening.
Those are guys out of Flint, I think. Yeah, they're out of Flint. Larry Shoots the crew chief.
I understand they're going to be in Williamston next week.
Well, this is our crew.
From what I understand, it is. And
Well,
again,
nice
Grand
play.
Rapids is offside.
Nice play, center.
It's Ricky with a catch. It'll be short of a first down, but I think that's a free play for the Brahmas.
Yeah, I take the catch. They picked up 13 yards. I think they're going to get the free play. The center's doing a nice job. Who they got at center? Is it number 50?
Bay City Center, let's see. 50 would be Gary Shrives.
50's over here. He's a tackle. He's doing a nice job, though. Whenever the other Grand Rapids jumps off sides, he snaps the ball. Even though his players aren't ready, when you're passing, it doesn't matter. They're going to come to you anyhow. So passing down, he might as well get it up and throw it. He did a nice job. Yeah, I'm sure the coaches down here at Grand Rapids are talking about not jumping.
Well, you certainly called this one right, Joe. They declined the play and took the catch.
If they're all that easy to get, we'll get them.
I watched a tight end on that play, and all he's doing is he's just running a short drag pattern about 7 yards deep and splitting the zones.
He has a way of getting open. He always does against us, too.
3rd and 7.
There he is again in the middle.
Pass is caught for a first down by Gordon.
Nice pass. Gillis is on. I can't read the clock. What do you got for time on the clock?
I can't even see it here at all. I don't even think it's on. Looks like 10:38, but I'm not sure.
No, because it's 12-minute quarters. I don't know how much time's gone, but they're doing a nice job holding the ball. Or are they keeping it? Okay, they're keeping it on the field, so we won't be able to tell up here. I'm sure they're making Grand Rapids nervous right now. They've had the ball probably 5 or 6 minutes, and they're pushing it inside. They're on the 30-yard line, 31 right now.
Grand Rapids showing blitz.
Draw.
And
Nice
Ford
play.
had that one. And he paid
James
the price
Bowen.
for it.
James Bowen, 57.
Now, it's become apparent to me that you don't run against this defense. You test their defensive backs.
Draws don't seem to work either.
Bay City's never really had a great rushing game, but what they do got, which is just about as good as they run that short passing game, 5-6 yards a dump. They're probably the best in the league at running this, and it's just as effective as running the ball.
Yeah, it is. They're doing a real good job right now. It's just too bad they're not getting any yardage on us. Grand Rapids looks real tough against the run.
Second down.
Up 13.
Gordon in motion, going to his left.
Offside
Grand Rapids
again.
showing blitz, and there goes the flag. Gillis got dumped after he got rid of the ball. No flag on that, but Grand Rapids should be offside on this one. Grady in on the coverage of Chuck Gordon on the near side. And we'll check the flag on this.
You can hear the Grand Rapids people yell, watch the ball. I mean, they're going on the sound, and Gillis is going on second and third hits every time, and they're drawing him offside. That's a free play for him.
He's either changing up the count or he's got one of those voices where he changes the audible, like low, high, low, high. Quarterbacks like that usually give defensive linemen a lot of problems.
I'm trying to remember from last year if he did. I think he did the same thing last year to us. He does it a lot. But then it gets you sitting back in your heels, though. Now it's 2nd and 9. A big difference.
Running backs in an I formation. I believe Bay City has had this ball for 5 minutes, and here's Ford trying to run over the left side. And again, he stood up just as he crosses the line of scrimmage.
Mike Miller stopped the first part.
And Hoving finished it off.
Little trivia question here. Mike Miller is the only player to play against us back in '82. Only player. That's at least that's what Sullivan told me the other day. Mike's the only remaining ball player from the teams he used to play in the Charity Football League.
I understand Bay City had some good ones.
Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids is a real good team.
3rd down and 6. The defense is being put to the test right here. There's a pass into the end zone. It's overthrown. Tried to get it to Jeff Ford. Kevin Grady was on the coverage,
Did you see?
along with Greg Scrivens.
Scrivens?
Yep.
I'll tell you, he picked the wrong receiver. Did you see him again? His wiki was open, right?
I think what you want to do if you want to stop Bay City is you got to just stick the defensive backs up on the line, jam the receivers, and make him throw the ball deep. He doesn't got that good of an arm. He's a rollout passer who likes to just dump it short.
Well, it looks like the field goal unit is coming on. Quinn Tran out of Dick Horning's hold.
Quinn was nailing them from 40 and 50 yards. I watched the warm-ups.
This will be a 45-yard attempt, and it's blocked. And this could go for a touchdown if Grand Rapids can pick it up and run with it. They can't. But the 46-yard field goal is blocked, and Grand Rapids will take over the football for the first time, and they dodge a Bay City bullet. It's no score from Houseman Field. To have the football for the first time in this game.
Number 12 is not James Reed. That's his Decker. I don't know what Decker normally plays, what position. I heard him talking earlier. That's 40.
Well, they kept it on the ground to Hurd, and Hurd picks up about 5 yards. That's Jesse Hurd, number 40. He's a speedy running back, 5'9", 180 pounds.
Tony just pointed out to me something. That's what I was getting at when the play started. They talked downstairs. They're going to go into a full house, three backs in the back. This is very rare offense anymore. I'm going to guess that Decker's not that good a passer.
Hurd and Lang are the receivers.
That's just power football.
Running it over the left side is Tony Baker. And Baker, I'm guessing, is short of a first down. He got it out to the 45-yard line.
Tony, the only other time I've ever seen this offense was against Detroit 2 weeks ago. I don't know, you know, it's good to see it. I don't know if they're going to run against us, but it really puts you at a disadvantage passing.
Hopefully they'd run it against the Crusaders with that tough run defense.
Eric Hayes is the receiver to the left side. And here's your running play straight ahead, and that'll be a first down without a contest. Stayed, carried, and picked up the first down.
Watched them warming up before the game, and they were practicing that play a lot, that quick little inside trap.
Quick opener.
It's first down and 10 from the 49-yard line. As we said earlier, Decker, the coach, is the starting quarterback. Eric Hayes to the left. In motion to the left is Brian Lamoureux.
Boom, power football.
And that didn't get much at all, and the Bay City Brahma defense rose to the occasion that time.
Where's number 50 playing? If he's an inside linebacker, he's 15 yards downfield on his butt. Look like he got double teamed down here. I'm gonna find out where he came from, if he's an inside linebacker or not. That's Gary Shreves. They got him listed as an offensive lineman here on the sheet at 245.
Hurd carried that last time. It's 2nd and 9.
Gary looks like he's a down lineman.
In motion is Tom Lang to the left side. Quickly to Hayes. He fell, got back up, and dropped the ball. Whoops. Sorry about that. That was Derek Hubbard, number 2. Eric Hayes now comes back in, and Hubbard will sit down.
We're going to sit here and watch and see if Bay City changes their defense at all now that Grand Rapids, they see a full house backfield, see if they're going to bring everybody up close. That's what we had to happen doing against Detroit, putting everybody up by line of scrimmage. Okay, here's a more conventional offense, double wide.
And Decker is going to put it up and get sacked.
45.
45 for the Bay City Brahmas. Steve Gilman, the linebacker, came in with a hit. And the Grand Rapids Crush are going to have to kick that football away.
Boy, am I seeing things or is that in his wiki playing defense too?
He'd almost have to be, and he can play defense.
That's tough though, Tom. And 90-degree weather out. You get in the fourth quarter, his tongue's gonna be dragging across the AstroTurf.
Porter is in a kick, and at 6'2", 240 pounds, it makes it all that more tougher.
Nice height.
Nice hang
It's
time.
not gonna be run back. Oh, maybe.
No.
Smart move, get away from it. Great bounce.
And it's down inside the 10-yard line by Derek Hubbard, number 2. We're in the first quarter, no score. John Gilbert, Joe Costello, and Tony Costello from Houseman Field in Grand Rapids. No score in the game. Bay City with the ball for the second time at their 9-yard line this time around. And quickly, the catch made and a hit made as well. Scott Merritt was the receiver. Merritt got it out to about the 14-yard line.
Ricky Hall, nice tackle. Again, I think they're giving too much cushion. I don't know. I think they're programmed to stay back and cover the deep stuff, but that's just too big a cushion for a rollout.
They don't got good enough court. Well, not good enough, but he doesn't have a strong enough arm to throw the ball any more than 15, 20 yards downfield.
At least accurately.
Now Sullivan's a wide receiver out to the left side. There's another one out to the right. And Gillis, being chased from behind, gets his pass away, and it's incomplete. He threw it over the head of Niedzwicki. I believe he was trying to throw it away. And it looked like a smart play.
The play's set up when he rolls like that. They don't have anybody backside. It's like a weak side linebacker's dream to come up behind him, but he just rolls so far. He's rolling like 20 yards wide.
Hoving was chasing him from behind as well.
But again, Tom, if he were to set up and throw the ball correctly, he'd take a hit almost every time, and I don't think he's going to. He's just going to throw it on a roll. And that way you don't have much accuracy.
3rd down and 7. Sullivan to the left. Merritt to the right. Running backs in an I formation. And Gillis will pass. He's had good protection in this game, and a catch made at the 20-yard line. I believe it's Scott Merritt who made the catch. And it will be a first down.
Big cushion again. I think I'm going to have to agree with Tony. They're going to have to come up and chuck him.
It's first down from the 20-yard line. I look at the defense, and you see where Grand Rapids gave up only 7 points. Coming into this game, Bay City's only given up 20 points. And that's mainly because of the schedule that Bay City has played so far.
Blitz right into it.
There's a flag down and the pass incomplete. Some of the Grand Rapids fans down below us want to see Gillis call for grounding. I don't think they're going to get that, but I think there's going to be an illegal procedure call made on this play.
Did you see somebody move? Oh, I thought it was offside defense again. Yeah, it looks like they're talking to him.
I stand corrected. If that's offside, it really didn't appear that way unless somebody perhaps lined offside. Grand Rapids certainly hasn't been jumping like they were at the outset of this game.
You know, as a defensive coordinator, you're going to harp on that real tough until they stop. Sullivan came that time. Let's see, that's the end of the first quarter.
And no score from Houseman Field in Grand Rapids. We'll be back in a moment. Tom Gilbert, Joe Costello, and Tony Costello. It's 1st and 5 for the Brahmas as we begin the second quarter. No score in this one. Bay City has dominated offensively and had a 45-yard field goal attempt blocked in this one. And Gillis is going to be sacked. He threw the ball away. That should have been a grounding.
There we go. They got it.
The flag is down, and that should be a good call by the ref there.
Mike Miller.
Miller came in on the hit, and Gillis just tried to unload, and that is grounding as far as I'm concerned.
As far as the official's concerned, too. What he did that time, Thomas, his roll got shut off, and he ended up stopping in the middle. He doesn't want to stop in the middle of his roll, and when he did, his first look is to the rush now instead of to the receivers, and he's in trouble. Nice rush.
He's going to back it up to just outside the 10-yard line. And that's a loss of down.
This is the type of situation you want to get Bay City, and this sort of hurts them. Now they can't do that 3 or 4 short passes in a row. Now they're going to have to open it up a little.
Good point.
Merritt's going to come out here to the right side. Out to the left goes Sullivan. It's 2nd and 20 for the Brahmas. And the running back's on a pro set. Gillis being blitzed again. Gets
Wide
his pass
open.
away to him next. Zwicky, and he dropped the ball.
Whoa. He had 15 of it right there. That guy is uncanny how he gets open. He just runs down in the middle and gets somewhere. I think the linebackers lose him, though. He does a delay or something. They all turn and get to their drops, and he just loses himself in the middle.
Kind of reminds me of a Dallas Cowboy tight end by the name of Doug Cosby. He's so good at uncovering himself. Zwicky seems to fit that type of role.
Yeah, he doesn't drop too many.
3rd and 20.
That hurts, though, because if they don't get out of here, they're going to be pinned in down here.
Zwicky open again because the defensive back fell down, and Zwicky has a first down and a lot more.
Look out.
He may go all the way. No, he's going to be caught. It's because he was slowed up, I believe, by Greg Shrivens. Shrivens stepped in front of him, and another Grand Rapids Crest player put the hit on.
No, I think Scrivens was going to catch him. Scrivens is about twice as fast. Zwicky, they tried to chuck him up close, and he busted by the guy. I don't know who. I didn't catch who went after him, but he just busted and he caught. Now, that was a great catch. First, we dropped it right in his stomach.
Garrett Ardeen was apparently the one on coverage. He fell as the ball was thrown. That's what made him open.
You know, you think about it twice now. If he's playing offense and defense, maybe, just maybe, if he wasn't playing defense, he might have been able to go about another 20, 30 yards.
Does that make...
Tony doesn't think so. He thinks number 3 was going to catch him. There's no doubt. Scrivens was going to catch him, but I think he could have went 15 or 20 yards further. But he slowed right down. It looked like he was running out of gas.
It's a big first down for the Brahmas.
Huge first down. There it is. He's got to run it. There you go. Good fake.
You call that one right. He was tripped up
56.
by Garrett Ardeen.
Andreen, I think it is.
Andreen, okay.
Linebackers hate that. Guy gets out in the flat all by his lonesome, and you got to slow your rush down and go after him. You look, about half the time you look foolish.
That little pump fake he gave helps out a lot because that freezes the linebackers for a minute. Make sure he doesn't throw it, and then by the time they react, he's already got 4 or 5 more yards.
Yeah, it just gives them something more to think about, and that's just exactly what you don't want to do defensively.
It's 2nd and 2. Ford and 52 are the running backs in the backfield.
Yep, nice snap again. They called the the line judges, neither of them called it offside.
There is a flag down, however, but it's in the defensive backfield area. One of them, perhaps.
I think he's going to call contact by the nose guard. That's his job, is to watch that in there. There was a blitz coming that time too. Bernie, who's the center?
It's a Grand Rapids penalty.
I'm thinking they're calling contact. They're going to call offsides. Nose guard hit him. That's why I'm a little surprised the Lions judges. They got one on either end, and neither of them picked it up. See what yeah, offside.
And it's
Sure.
a first down by penalty.
Let's see who comes over the ball. He's doing a heck of a job for him.
They're at the 30-yard line of the Grand Rapids Crush.
Yeah, number 75.
Merritt to the
Mike
right.
Shorkey, 6'3", 265.
Sullivan out to the left.
That looked weird.
It sure did. It looked like the line got up and went before the ball was snapped. Ford on the carry didn't get past the line of scrimmage except for maybe a yard, that's all.
I would have swore both guards took off before the ball was snapped. Grand Rapids offense, we should have counted the plays. How many plays have they gotten?
I've seen at least 7 plays, that's all.
Grand Rapids?
Yeah.
We're in the second quarter, and they only got 7 plays.
Bay City's, this is their second possession of the ball.
Is this only second possession?
That's right.
They've driven every time they've had the ball. A lot of plays.
They've had a 45-yard field goal attempt blocked already.
Yeah, he just took too much time for it.
Therefore, it's no score. 2nd and 9.
Oh, he's got
Gillis,
time.
bootleg, rolling
Wrong
left.
pattern. He's got to go.